Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to
Hey.
Girlchatsports. Hello, hello. It's Mo and Mel here hanging with you on a West Coast Wednesday, of course. Today is actually the first day of June, also the first day of Pride Month. So we want to make sure we give a big shout out to all of our LGBTQ community
Yes.
out there. Girlchatsports is a big supporter for all of our LGBTQ. We'll definitely have some things to come in the month to help support. Mo, week going good?
Yeah, so far so good. What about
I don't
you?
know why. I thought it was Thursday. My girl yesterday thought yesterday was Wednesday. I don't know. I think the whole Memorial Day kind of
Yeah, it
like
throws you off. I thought yesterday was
it,
Monday. So,
yeah. Like my Tuesday was
right.
super Monday, but then today felt like Thursday. So I
Like I
guess
worked
if that
Monday. I worked Memorial Day and I worked
okay.
Tuesday, but for some odd reason Tuesday felt like a Monday. It was just kind of strange. So,
It
I
throws you
get that.
all off. So for everybody out there, it is Wednesday, and we are having our show tonight. So if
Right.
you're watching, make sure you share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give us a follow on all social media so you can see all of our fun posts and tweets and whatnot. So we'll just get into it a little bit. We're gonna get to the Aces game last night a little bit when we talk about our Las Vegas sports, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the hot topics. Shout out to Quan and Gorilla Cross. I was actually in the studio yesterday,
Okay.
getting to see Quan and the change of the studio in person because it's been a while since I've been there. So I said we'd go say hi sometime, but we discussed the whole Jason Tatum wearing Kobe's number and the Lakers colors on his band. So
Mm-hmm.
you being the diehard Laker, and I'm sure you having had issues with Celtics. I know Quan has his own issues, doesn't want them to get the ring 17. Or is it 18?
It'll be
Too many
18.
rings
We're
to
tied up.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how was your feeling on Jason Tatum wearing the Kobe band? Because obviously being a big Kobe fan as well, but for a Celtic to wear that and wear the Lakers colors.
I mean, to me, it doesn't really curse us because we're out. It doesn't do anything for our franchise. He's a big Kobe fan. We know he'd been wearing the Mamba numbers. This is nothing new. To wear the purple band, probably not the colorway I would have chosen, being that he's a
Right.
Celtic wearing Laker colors. You'd think that would be a jinx within itself. Because typically Mamba colors, even the Mamba Academy and everything is usually black and gold, black and white. Usually for Mamba jerseys, when we do the Mamba jerseys, it's black, gold, and purple. I mean, either way, he probably had that stuff in his shoe. I've seen Jason Tatum wear Kobe inspired shoes on the court. Like, what can I say? I mean, Boston deserves to be here. Boston is a prime example of a legendary dynasty franchise that keeps adding young players to their team and building so they don't fall off and look like a Lakers team where no contention whatsoever happens to a team that's sitting on 17 championships. I mean, it's crazy. I saw it and I was like, mama mentality. He's been at that. He's been a fan. What are you going to do? You know what I mean?
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I mean, I know the rivalry between the two, it just seemed odd that he would choose the colorway. Granted, maybe it was Kobe's, maybe gave it to him, but the fact that he wore those colorways, hey, whatever. I
And not to
did
mention, he texts Kobe. He texts Kobe on game day. Like, he talked to
right.
Kobe Bryant, so he texted him. Even though you knew he wasn't going to get an answer back, he still
Of
texted that
course.
number. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you going to do?
Well, and speaking of which, I found this meme which I thought was hilarious. Obviously, you see the Kobe band there. I guess our logo cut off. Tatum said, "I got you today," and Kobe said, "Got what? A conference finals? Finish the job, then text me back."
Yeah, I know that's right. Like, for real. You
Like
almost
this ain't
there.
nothing.
You're almost
Like, come
there. You know what
on.
I mean? You're almost
Text me
there.
when something happens. How about that?
Yeah, you're almost there. You're not there yet, but you're almost there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
right,
there
right,
may not
right.
be there. It may be another year, you know?
Hey, you
So
never know.
there's a lot of players that were fans of Kobe Bryant on
Right.
all different teams, on all different levels. And we knew this was coming. I sensed it. But it was kind of
Right.
interesting to see it on the court. I'm like, maybe if he did Celtics green in 24, I don't know. I just, like I said, this whole time, I cannot I mean, I hate Boston. I really do, but I can't hate
I
their
know.
game right now. I can't hate their game right now. I have to respect
And
what
they
they're
definitely
doing.
pulled through. They pulled through it, and came out above the Heat, and I think they deserve it too. It's going to be a good finals, I think, but at the same time, we'll get to that in a little bit later. Well, we
Yeah.
just talk about that. There's not much to talk about in the NBA finals. It's coming. It starts
Thursday.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
the real Thursday. Game
The
1
real
is
Thursday.
tomorrow.
Right.
Celtics at the Warriors. Do you have any idea on what you're calling the series at?
I'm rolling with those dubs. You know, I'm
Yeah.
going with dubs. A lot
How
of
many
people saying
games you
dubs.
got?
A lot of people saying dubs in 5. I say dubs in 6, but the 6th game is in Boston. So I don't know if they're going to be able to win away or win that 5th game. But I'm rolling with Golden State because they're so clutch and you can't count them out. And look how
And your
far
young
they've
Tito's,
come.
your young Tito's are really pulling
Yeah, the
through
young
for
Tito's
them.
are good, but Jason Tatum and those guys and Jalen
Yeah.
Brown, they got young Tito's too, and they can shoot the 3 ball just as well. And
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is a big defender. I mean, it's going to be a very tough series. I don't see it.
For sure.
You know, it could go 7 easily if Golden State folds. But Golden State also is so clutch, and if Klay Thompson gets hot on his threes, which he has been, that gets the momentum going. And then, not to mention, GP2 might be coming back. Otto Porter Jr. may be coming back for the finals.
Yeah.
Hey, and
it'll
I'm
be
rolling with
good.
the dubs because, like I said, you can never count out Golden State. I don't know what it is with their team, but they run around with halos. You know that movie Angels in the Outfield? I feel like they have angels on the court because they never really. Because honestly, look at Klay Thompson did not come back until the second half of this season.
Listen,
and look
it's
where they
crazy.
are. Everybody
It's
thought it was going to be
crazy.
Phoenix and maybe Milwaukee or Phoenix and Heat. No one saw Golden State coming, and that's how they are. So if there's no Draymond kick out of games, knock on wood, during the series, no other kind of crazy stuff, drama going on, I'm rolling with these dubs. I mean, I'm not going to vote for Boston. I mean, I'm all for Ime Udoka to, you know, have his first coaching win. And, you know, I'm all for that support, but not with this team. Any other team, I go with it, aside from the Lakers or something if we were there. But I'm going with Golden State. I'm rolling with Golden State.
Shout out to Kente. We know those are his Warriors. Shout out to Brandy. I hit her yesterday because I was at the store, and shout out to her and Marisha in Beast Mode shop there in Mandalay Bay Place. We came through. They got some new. They had some new stuff since last time I've been there, but I was trying to catch them. I was going to go try and get the free pizza because, you know, it was like, you know, miss 2 or miss twice, get a slice. But that line for the pizza was ridiculous, so I just couldn't. But shout out to Brandy and to Marisha. Shout out to Natalie. We're going to talk about Natalie in a second, so stay tuned.
Okay.
But yes, the golf tournament, we'll get to that. And shout out to Straight Bet Sports. What's up, Jose? I had also talked to Quan yesterday about this. I said I hope it was 5. That way they could win at home. I think that would be a good look for them. But of course, it can go to 6. I don't doubt the Celtics can at least win at 1 or 2. But then I found this on Instagram last night. And I thought it was hilarious. So Warriors in 6. If the dog says that it's happening, right?
The superstition too that every time Kendrick Lamar drops an album is the same year that Golden State wears a championship.
Wow, that's
so he dropped an album this year.
Right.
They're in the finals.
So it's happening.
So we'll see what happens. Yeah. I got the dubs. I'm rolling with those dubs, man.
Okay. I hear you. I hear you. Other hot topics. We had watched the boxing match on Saturday between Tank Davis and Rolly Romero, who, of course, we know was had shopped with you and you talked to him before and stuff
Vegas
like
that.
Native. They fought in Brooklyn, and I mean, it was a good fight. I mean, up until that end, you know, I think, you know, Romero held well. I think that the fight was decent. It went 6 rounds, I think, until the knockout. So I mean, I can't be mad at that. What I think there's some interesting thing is that I swear, and I don't have the video, unfortunately, but when he was walking towards the tunnel after the fight, he saw his dad. That was the only person he recognized. You could see it in his face. He only recognized his dad. And he saw his face and you could see his lips and he was like, where am I? And you're like, oh, and dad kept telling him, just relax, don't say nothing, because we're all seeing it. I'm like, this kid is hurt. Like, he literally didn't know where he was. Woke up and was kind of like, what the? Can you imagine just like losing consciousness, losing memory for a while, and like you're waking up in a ring with a thousands of people around you and not knowing what's going on.
Quite a punch. Quite a punch. Quite a punch, you know.
Oh,
quite a punch. I mean, the fight was very well decent. I have to give it to Rolly Romero. He only has 14 KOs under his belt to Gervonta Davis is 27. We knew that the drop was coming. We just didn't know which round it was coming in. This was probably the most watched fight for lightweight contention.
And they had like 19,000 fans approximately
there, 19,000, like 18,796. Yeah. Sold out. And give it up to Rolly, because if it wasn't for Rolly talking the trash and promoting the heck out of this fight, no one probably would have been watching.
Had some PR for sure.
His PR was incredible. I have to give it to him on that, because the way he was talking, it didn't make sense. And the way his voice was, and the way he was trying to have good comebacks against Gervonta Davis. I mean, it made for great entertainment. And I had to say one thing about him is he definitely promoted himself on a fight. And I don't think this is going to be the last time we see Rolly at all. This was a good opportunity just to get his name out there. And the TMT management, they're both under that umbrella. So we knew what the setup was.
Although it did sound like two high schoolers really trying to talk.
Absolutely.
Like it was like nothing great, but you're like, what is wrong with both these guys?
Absolutely. I mean, to not for nothing, this is probably the first full Tank Davis fight I've ever watched, just because of the dramedy behind the scenes of it with the trash talk and everything else. And I was entertained. I was totally entertained. I thought he'd probably go down in 7 or 8 because he was holding his stance really well. But all it takes is that signature punch that Tank has. Down like Frazier. That was just punch drunk after that, and poor thing, and it was like, woo, like a quick pop to the face. Quick but heavy
pop, and it wasn't even like super crazy. It was just like it hit him where it needed to be. It was Man, that was just
shout out to Brandon. Yeah, Romero was talking a lot, but that was the talk that got everybody interested and drawn in. No one knew who this kid was. No one had ever heard of him. Everybody knew who Gervonta Davis was. Tank Davis has had his controversy with the girlfriend fight at the basketball game and different kind of other outside the ring things. And you know what he could do for his fighting, but no one had ever heard of Rolly. So for him to come out there and do what he did, and I have to commend the guy. I mean, puts Vegas on the map one more time. You know, boxing is always done in Vegas. I wish the fight had been in Vegas, but for Barclays and home area for Tank, I mean, shoot, that was the best turnout he ever had. Pay-per-view, I don't know what the numbers were, but I'm sure it was just stellar for that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll go into some Jugadores Locos moments. So just an update. Remember the issues with Jerry Judy and his baby's mother?
Yeah.
So he had been charged for an alleged criminal tampering and possible domestic violence enhancer. So the DA decided to move to dismiss all charges against Jerry Judy. So I guess the mother didn't want to press charges, and she knew it was just kind of like a mishap. So why did you call the police? But the thing dismissed. Russell's going to have one of his main quarterbacks for the first of the season, and there shouldn't be any other issues with that. So update to him. Also, Deshaun Watson is now facing his 23rd lawsuit against a woman for inappropriate conduct. Now, there was 22. I haven't seen it, but there was an HBO special with Brian Gumbel or Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
In regards to two of the women that were pressing charges against him.
Yeah.
And I didn't catch that, but apparently that's what got this 23rd person to start and get involved in the lawsuit. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
So is he going to have a starting season then as a result with Cleveland?
I mean, here's the deal. Whether he doesn't or doesn't, we already talked about before, is that his agent and must had done the deal of a lifetime, because out of that $400-something million contract he had, the first year is only worth $1 million. So should he be suspended this entire year? He's not losing much of that money that he got in the contract. Now, will he continue to play for the Browns or whatnot? Who knows? But I don't know. It's interesting that there was no charges pressed, although it was in Texas. We know how Texas is right now, and the choices some people in the Texas political system make. So I can't say that maybe there wasn't anything to charge him with. But man, let's just get into it. I know during the summer meetings for NFL in Atlanta, they had discussed that maybe, Roger Goodell addressed and said, I think the NFL is still investigating. They had interviewed some people a couple weeks ago that hopefully there would be a decision soon. We still don't know, but this has been how long now we've been going over this. Look, let's just get over with. Let's get the verdict and move on. I know the Browns have to be waiting to figure out what's going on.
Oh yeah, Definitely. I mean, the season will be starting before you know it. And it's like, okay, all I want to know is he going to play or is he not going to play? It's very disheartening that, this is
Kente
another
says that
acquisition.
he was pulling for Deshaun, that he's a talented quarterback, but he will have a real, but we have to be realistic. He has a serious problem. I mean, after reading all these extensive charges or the different displays of what he was doing, he definitely has a problem. And hopefully he's fixed that if it was in fact happening. But it just, again, maybe too soon. But there was another meme that I saw in regards to this that I had to share. I just... So the Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson is facing a 23rd active civil lawsuit over alleged inappropriate sexual conduct. The 23rd victim,
jeez, yeah,
Baker Mayfield. I mean, I know, it was a little too soon.
No, I mean, it's just crazy. I'm just like,
but you see it and you have to giggle.
Baker, but it was just... I don't like the guy anyway, so I'm laughing.
Right, and he still ain't made no move either. So
no, and we know why.
Yes, we do.
Denzel all over
sure.
again. Yes, you won the Heisman, but you are not that guy. That's my thing. I'm sticking to it. Been saying
that. There's another. So then there's this hot topic, or the Jugadores Locos. Our own previous Las Vegas Aces, Liz Cambage, who was still with the Aces back when the Olympic scrimmages were happening here in Las Vegas. She was with the Team Australia. She had actually left the Aces, I think, a week too early from games to go practice with the Team Australia. There had been an issue with the Nigerian team during their scrimmage, and we kind of heard back and forth banter about it. She ended up having bowing out of the Olympics due to mental health. And then, of course, was traded or signed on by the Sparks this season. But there's been a lot of stuff that's been kind of coming to light. And so there was a little snippet that I wanted to show along with her response regarding some of this stuff.
Will always come to light. It ain't even dawned yet. That's before time WNBA All-Star Elizabeth Cambage tweeted earlier this month. Now, she hasn't tweeted since then, but last night, the truth definitely came to light. This is Liz Cambage. She currently plays for the LA Sparks. She was with the Las Vegas Aces, and she's from Australia originally. Liz was supposed to play in the Olympics last year, but cited mental health issues and didn't play. But the real reason why she didn't play came to light last night. Before the Olympics last year, Australia played a pre-Olympic game against Team Nigeria, and that's when the nonsense happened. Liz ended up elbowing a player on face, yes it is on video, and called several members of the Nigerian team monkeys, and they should return to their third world country. And the thing about this is, Liz is half Nigerian. Her father is Nigerian, making her 50% Nigerian. The Nigerian team says she tried to apologize the next day, but who wants to hear that after you called us monkeys and said we should return to our third world country? All this info came out last night, and what does the WNBA do today? They spotlight Liz on the game of the day. Come on, man.
Yeah. So I don't know if you had a chance to read on the side, Liz just said that she wasn't sure why this was resurfacing. She was disappointed and hurt by the events, the accusations that were unfolding by the Australian team. But what she put that Australian team through too did not seem to be
absolutely.
So, she says she's taking taking responsibility and accountability for their actions, and that she's just upset that it's being resurfaced, but some of these things weren't talked about to begin with. And so that's why it's resurfacing. And now we're seeing kind of hopefully whatever she was going through mental health wise has been addressed, or she's continuing to get help for that. But all of the things that she said to that team are just inappropriate, foul, and listen, they could
very, very foul. And I think she's on a whole deflection of the issue by saying that and putting that blanket apology statement out, because in my opinion, it wasn't really necessarily an apology. But the thing of it is I'm more like, I see that what she did, that totally bad. Okay. I'm not surprised. That doesn't surprise me. What surprises me is the whole that she played the mental health card in order to get out of her Olympic contention with the Australian team. And it wasn't even because of the mental health thing. It was the fact that this issue was still going on that she had not addressed and taken accountability to.
And it's her bowing out of the bubble year as well. The
bubble year, all
she
of
had
that,
mental
all
health
of that.
with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with what she gave reason to. So she totally finessed us and all the audience of thinking that was the issue, and it wasn't the issue. That's what I have a problem with. It's like, Sis,
What's
you
up, Miss
totally
Bollandy? Yeah,
lying.
just be accountable.
Exactly.
You said
Simple
it.
as
You were in
that.
a
It's not that hard.
a
But it
bad
is
state
hard
of
for her.
mind.
But it
Yeah,
is
and
hard
that's
for her.
terrible.
Very immature. It's very hard for her to do that. And until you admit fault of yourself, you'll always keep circling around this. That's why I said it's a blanket apology. She really didn't really apologize. Like,
Yeah.
Whatever.
She tried to make it sound like an apology statement, but it was
wasn't.
more so like, why are you talking about me?
Right.
Like
You can't put that in the same sentence structure of what the intent of the letter is or the message. I don't know. Crazy.
Oh man. So right now I've been watching, it's been hilarious. The Capital wins the match.
Okay.
Going down at the Wynn Golf Course today. It
Right.
started at 4. When I last saw the youngins, the young Tito's, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, were up over the old men, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I think by 1 or 2.
The last hole is happening right now.
If you're currently watching, give us an update. But I thought, the pre-match was pretty hilarious. There was a bunch of different, side jokes and inner circle jokes and all this other stuff. But what was hilarious to me is the balls, the golf balls that some of these guys make. So on your left is Josh Allen's ball, which is Tom Brady in his combine picture.
Wow, love it.
And then Tom Brady on the right, which is small. I'm sorry, I had to kind of zoom in on it. Was a golf ball with a Lombardi trophy. And he had asked Josh Allen, hey, ever see one of these? And Josh Allen was like, yeah, I think I've seen one before. I don't know. So everybody was having a good time going back and forth. It's been a pretty interesting and fun thing for what's going on here in Las Vegas. But what also is interesting is that since Tom Brady was here, Tom Brady actually was present last night during the Las Vegas Aces game.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And if you've watched the show for the last couple of years, you may know our girlfriend, Natalie. And Natalie probably has an unhealthy relationship with Tom Brady in her head, fantasizing over her love. And when I tell you,
she went nuts,
it was
didn't she?
Yeah, because there's we'll later find out that it's called Gucci Row per Kelsey Plum. That row right there has always got the Raiders there, or D Wade was there. That's where LeBron and other people have sat many a times, and they were empty to start the game. And I was like, I wonder who's coming. Well, then you see like 5 middle-aged to older white men walking, and I'm like, who are these people that get to sit there? Like, what are they? Because you can't see from where we were at. Come to find out, it was Tom Brady. It was also Jim Gray.
Nice.
Yeah, which was amazing. It took me a second to put his name to his face, but I was like, I know that face. Who is that? Mm-hmm. And come to find out, Kelsey Plum is also a huge Tom Brady fan, probably just as much, if not more than Natalie. I'm not sure. But I had to put this little video together so everybody could just see see the excitement.
Tom Brady is my favorite athlete, and they told me, they came before the game and said, listen, Tom Brady's coming to the game, and I was like, shut up, like, no, he's not. And they were like, no, he's coming, he's sitting on Gucci Row, and I was like, say less, I'm gonna give him something to remember from this game. And I remember we played the first half, and I walked out, and I was just like, don't say anything. And then I locked eyes with him, and I was like, screw it. I went right up to him, I dapped him up, gave him a big hug. I was like, man, you're a dog, I love you. And he looked at me, he was like, yeah. So we connected.
Popcorn, but Litzy brought it for me, so it's not crazy.
So Kelsey loves him. She woofed him up, which is, of course, a UW thing as well. He's a dog. But what was hilarious is that when they left, so the High Rollers, the granny dance team, performed last night. I've been waiting for this whole time. So they come out, and we're all eyes on the High Rollers and the grannies. No one pays attention and sees Tom Brady and his posse all slip out. I didn't even notice him leaving until the granny stopped. I looked over at Natalie, and she was like, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I'm like, dang, none of us realized that. How did none of us see him leave?
Right.
However, he left his popcorn bag and his program, or his, how like for media, we get the pictures of the players and their numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can't say that Tom Brady is a huge WNBA fan because he needed to have one of those for the Aces. However, he had one in his hand, and so we saw that there was his popcorn that he left there, popcorn bag, and his program. And of course, at the end of the game, my girl Litzy walks over there, picks it up, and brings it back to Natalie.
Oh,
So she was holding on to dear life for it. Yes,
she's got a souvenir.
It's probably gonna be like bronze and put above her TV at some point.
And shout out to Miss Ball D too, because I saw her footage where she was sitting at the media table. He literally walked right by, and that's probably where we would normally sit to see him walk by, and definitely a closer range of seeing him. And usually Natalie's sitting right behind us at those games.
Yeah,
so that would have been even closer connection to her yelling out Tom. He may have made eye contact with her, but what a moment for those two. I mean,
and for her, it was she just got to stare at his face the whole time. Like she literally made us switch seats so that she could be at the best angle from our. We had 4 seats. She said the best angle to see him, but she literally got to watch his face. I mean, she probably didn't even realize there was a game going on until after he left.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, I mean, it was a heck of a game. I mean, there was a strong lead with the Aces anyway. So why not watch him? You knew what the game was going.
And why not? Exactly. Yeah, why not? It was a great time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was great. And again, we I wish you could have been there too.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Nikki Fargas. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Nikki
not
Fargas,
for one coming on our show, but also blessing us with tickets to that. Sadly, I could not make that, but I know there will be other Aces experiences. We are not going anywhere.
And I did stop and say hi to her and let her know hello. And
Good.
I just said hi, it's Melissa in person. And I know Mo was sad and I can't be here. I go, but my girlfriends are having a great time. And I didn't get into the Tom Brady thing yet, but I did go with that.
Right.
And move on. But yes.
Yeah, shout out to her. That was really nice of her to do that.
It was great. It was a great experience. And so, but on the Aces, you've also got they're undefeated at home still, 9-1.
Yeah.
Asia gets another double last night. She's also named Western Conference Player of the Month, which she's had 4 times in her career with the WNBA. Coach Hammond also this month was named Coach of the Month. She is the first coach to start and have a 9-1 record in WNBA history. So that's pretty amazing for Coach Hammond.
It
hashtag hoodies and blazers. That's the hashtag I think it should be for Coach Hammond.
It's also a scary situation too, because I don't want to lose her. They're seeing how she's coaching these girls. They're seeing that she is actually that coach. The NBA could snatch her back up. And if they do,
she has a 4-year contract. Am I right?
She does, but contracts can be broken. Yeah, and NBA is a powerhouse.
Let's not even. I don't
want to put it out there, but the way she is coaching these girls and the way she is doing, we need to get a championship. What I'm saying is, we expeditiously need to get a championship right now before we lose this fabulous lady, because she's on watch. You don't think because she went to WNBA, NBA watching her?
Oh, look for sure. I mean, listen, and this is what I talked to Quan about last night. It's not just that there's been a change in talent, or that all these girls or all the women for the Laces have all of a sudden become drastically improved over a year. Yeah, Jackie Young has definitely changed her game. Kelsey Plum has stepped up. But these are still the same women that were here last year and are playing a completely different game. And it's because of Coach Hammond.
And for the first time in the franchise of LVA's history, they've had 10 straight undefeated wins at home. This is the first time in their franchise. So it definitely has made a huge difference of having this coach opposed to the one we've had previously.
Yeah.
So listen, like I said, I don't want to lose the lady. I really don't. But the way she's coaching up, I'm not going to be surprised if that money move happens. I just need us to expeditiously get us a championship.
I would just so hope not. I would just so hope not.
I hope not either. I don't want to, but this is how elite she is. I mean, she's playing a men's game with women. She's basically developing and coaching.
And she's winning at it. And she really is playing. Granted, we have a whole bench, but predominantly most of our scoring is coming from the starting 5.
Yeah.
The bench is being played in precision to help those starting 5 still play the full 4 quarters and play effectively. So it's just,
she's phenomenal. The girls are phenomenal right now. We're seeing definitely, like I said, a huge difference. And she had to keep those starters in. They played over 35 minutes last game. The bench didn't really play as much because this is the Connecticut Sun. And again, it was just What did they win by like 7 or 8 points? Is the final score?
They
or something
won,
like that?
so they won by 8. But here's
Okay.
the deal. I would say in the third quarter and even in the fourth, there were so many turnovers and the shots were being missed. The Ace actually was a little off last night,
Mhm.
but the fact, they had a holiday break. They had like a day off, I think, because Memorial Day. Not to say that was the reason, but they should have won that game by 20. The way that the Sun were playing was not good. I mean, none of them
Yeah.
were playing fantastic.
Yeah.
The Aces played good. They didn't play their best game, but they definitely could have won it by a lot more.
Yeah, she didn't play her bench pretty much at all. I know Kristen Bell didn't play and get any
Not
minutes. She
towards
did
the
a lot
end.
of the
No,
starters.
Kristen Bill played. They came in towards like the last 2
Okay.
minutes. I think she played.
Okay.
She subbed everybody out and put the
Okay,
bench in.
like Kia Stokes only had like a few minutes of play and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if she rotates her bench and stuff a little bit more, you probably could have seen great work because even her bench players come off the bench hot a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But
for
yeah,
sure.
I mean, she did what she had to do, and they still came out with the W. So I'm not gonna complain. But I'm just saying,
Oh
they're
yeah, I'm
watching
not complaining at all.
They're watching
for
her.
Sure.
No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying I'm personally not complaining.
Right.
I just know that they are still watching this lady. Who knows what the next level for her will be? And I'm nervous about that. I don't want to lose her, but shoot, I understand. But I just need us to have a championship first before that happens.
Yeah, Kinty says that he thinks that when Pops retires, that she'll be coming back to the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is
just let them wait. Just let them play for like 3-4 more years.
Let us get the championship, have our parade in Vegas, and then
let us get back-to-back championships for all that. Let's make it happen.
I'll take that too.
Go. It's all girl power over here.
Pop, stay healthy. Have a good record next season and the season after that. Let's just see it make Moody move in 2025. At least 3 years into it, something.
Oh man. So the Las Vegas Aces also have a game tomorrow, Thursday at 7 o'clock against the Sun as well. They'll still be here. And then Sunday is the Wings. They'll be here. Game time is at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
It's also the Pride Night. So they'll be giving away the rainbow bandanas that I don't know if people saw like Kirsten Bell wear on Instagram a couple days ago. Giving away, the fans will receive a rainbow bandanas. Quan, I know you're concerned. I did get my fanny pack. So they gave away free fanny packs last night. And since I was a fan, I did go make sure to get our fanny pack. So I'm excited about that.
And also,
Friday.
real quick. Describe the courtside experience, like the entrance, what it's like. Can you just kind of give the audience and myself like details as far as how that went down?
I guess I kind of always figured that the courtside entrance would be kind of similar to where we go for media, where you could enter and maybe go down the elevators, which I guess I was misinformed. So you find one of the aisleways that says floor access and go to the floor that way. They'll give you a wristband. Listen, courtside was amazing. I mean, there's a waitress that comes to you. You've got great seats. I mean, the refs in your way a few times just because you can't see, but that happens from anywhere standpoint, pretty much. It's just a great experience. At halftime, there's the VIP lounge. All the food is free. There was a whole candy section.
Nice.
M&M. So I'm loading up on M&Ms. There's pizzas, and they're very conscious of people that are eating. So there was cauliflower and vegan type of pizzas that were made. There was a veggie area. And there were certain areas that they made options in case your food you're vegan or I don't know if Natalie found any gluten-free items, but there was some things out there. And then there was a whole bar that you could purchase other drinks, and they have the TVs going. It was just a great experience. I think we've passed by that VIP area before, going to the media room and stuff, but it's definitely a whole new look. And you get to kick your feet out, your legs out. It was sneaker night last night, so everybody got to have on their fave kicks. It was just a really good experience. And I think
Good.
Yeah, it was really nice. So
good.
Definitely good thing.
Very nice.
Also tonight, I think right now is Pride Night at the Las Vegas Aviators.
Right.
They're having Pride Night as well as Bark on the Park. So there could be a lot of dogs and Pride supporters there. Maybe a lot of dogs, Pride support.
Pride bandanas on the dogs.
Listen, let me just show you this picture, because although I don't have a dog for adoption that's up for adoption to post today, because we usually do, I do have this picture of Tilly's boyfriend, Sparty, and he's ready with his bandana. And
Look
dang it, I should have told them that he should go to Well, he's not necessarily human friendly, but he would have been hilarious. This would be perfect for a Bark on the Park.
He's supporting from afar. He's supporting from afar.
Supporting from afar.
Yes,
from a safe distance. From a safe distance. Yeah. So shout out to Sparty and Lexi and Amanda for that picture. It was really cute.
Super cute.
Very cute. We talked about the NBA championship. So the WNBA. So yesterday, Diana Taurasi. So here, this makes me think back when we had seen the Taurasi and the Skylar Diggins kind of confrontation a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
Skylar went out on sick for a couple games. I watched the game a little bit because I wanted to see if she was playing it, and she was playing. So Diana Taurasi goes and goes in for like a layup or a short shot, and she gets fouled. And it looks like it's all ball from our standpoint. She goes off immediately on the ref, and the ref calls a T. She then follows the ref, yelling, screaming. Diana Taurasi, typical, but goes completely nuts over this one foul. Team members are holding her back, including Skylar Diggins. The coach is having to hold her back. She gets ejected. She has to get walked off the court by coach, and it's just like. At what point are you going to,
lady?
Well, is it the frustration of the situation with Brittany Griner, not having your teammate with you to fulfill the season, for you to have to be dealing with whatever it was with Skylar Diggins, to be dealing with
I understand all that, but last season she was acting like a junkyard dog and a bully. So what is going on with you, Diana Taurasi? You have not been yourself even since last season. Something else is, I can understand that might be added to it, but something else is going on. She has been an agitator even last season.
Yeah,
well, I know. The chick is going Jugadores Locos. I'm sorry, she really is. And this is not the first time, and it's probably not going to be the last time. And what happened to that Wings player kicking the table after getting
McKay, I think it is. Yes.
Yeah, doing a fake free throw at the line, which is a no-no. What is going on?
Who does this?
What are you doing right now? You're tripping out. You're tripping out, and you're getting teed up for no stupid reason because you're acting a donkey out there. And so the same with Diana Taurasi. Like, what is really going on with you that you have been doing this? Because this is not the first time she's done a bully kind of style court action last season, beating up folks and doing. What is going on with the lady? I don't know.
I don't know. But here's the deal is that the Mercury came into this season, probably believing, as well as fans, I thought the Mercury were going to be a top contender, and of course that was prior to BG and still having gotten Diamond to Shields and made a couple other moves. You're like, wow, these girls are really going to be good. Yeah. And to see them really suffering, like they are not doing well.
They're crumbling. Yeah. And the thing of it is they are missing their big, and their big is a factor. And we've already done our 3 game stand with them, so we won't be facing them again. And sadly, as they go through these games, it's going to probably get it's going to get worse and worse. I hate to say it, but she's got to change her attitude. She's got to do something. I don't know what's going on, but she can't just throw in the towel. She's got to be there for these ladies. She's a vet.
It's tough. She is a vet.
It's like, what are you doing?
Also what's tough is, and shout out to everybody that's in the Girlchatsports WNBA fantasy group, because it's been doing well. Here's what I've noticed though, because we have a 10
on there.
I don't know. I don't have her. But I do know that it being a 10-team league, and there only really being 12 teams in the league, it's in real life, there's a shortage now because so many players that got dropped. You still have Tia Cooper out there. You still have a few others out that were dropped from the Lynx or the Lake or the Sparks, and they have no team, so you can't pick them. Then you've also got women that are getting injured. There's so many different injuries.
Yeah, you guys have no way of trading or subbing or anything.
We only have one IR spot, which may have been my issue in setting it up. But then even the pool of players, like I had Rakina Williams, but I had to let her go because she continues to have the issue with her leg.
Yeah.
So it's just finding subs is hard. Being able to replace anybody, getting anybody extra on the IR, it's just tough. I just get a breaking news that the Rogers and Brady did win. That makes 2 in a row for Rogers since he beat Brady last year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Don't count out the old men. Don't count out the old people.
Don't count.
We still got
what's funny is Patrick Mahomes was taking back Coors Lights throughout the tournament. So Chuck's like, so what number are we on now? He's like, I think this is 4. I'm opening up now, but I don't want to go too heavy. That's for later.
Oh yeah, they're gonna turn up tonight. They are definitely gonna turn up tonight. But yeah, that's a good look. And not to mention today, that Vegas weather was perfect for them. An 80-degree day out on the golf course, your wind golf course, which is really nicely shaded and strategically well done, and it's a beautiful course to be on. And shout out to Goose, because I did see before we got on the show footage of him actually attending and seeing how he could see the players and how everyone's kind of standing around behind the bushes.
Was he there? Or was he working? Because I saw
Was he there? It looked like he was there, but maybe was he working it?
Well, yeah, because I mean, like I know he worked
with
at
Metro. I
EDC
mean,
and stuff.
you get to work stuff, so maybe he was working it.
Well,
but
I saw Metro people in the audience, like kind of like in burying areas. So I didn't know if maybe that, hey, perks of the job.
He still had a good footage for those that paid the $250. That probably wasn't a bad look to look at where they were standing.
I know that heat and just I couldn't have done it.
80 degrees ain't bad though. 110, 90.
Yeah. I mean, 80, I think it was more like 90 today. And I think just being under the sun, plus, the strip was always hotter than other places in Las Vegas.
It is.
Just, it's just a hot spot. But there was also footage of Brady, who I guess was flooring it in his golf cart because I guess he got lost somewhere on the course.
It's a huge course.
And he's trying to like find his way and having to go under ropes and around people and, through the audience. So that was pretty interesting.
I love it. And Josh Allen's customized cart. All the custom carts were hilarious. Just Josh Allen's customized cart was truly golden. I did have a picture of it. I was going to post. It had his number on there and his name and signature. All, and it was colored blue and red, like the Bills colors. I mean, the customized cart was gold. Like Josh Allen did that. Okay.
Hey, show up and be ready.
Yeah, he was like, I'm ready for this. Yeah. But don't count us old people out. We're still in the game. We're still.
Don't count them out. Don't count
us out. We're still there.
So I had talked about our fantasy women's basketball league. Well, if in the Major League Baseball, there had been kind of an issue that transpired over fantasy football. There was an incident between Jock Peterson and Tommy Pham. Pham had got suspended 3 games because he slapped Jock Peterson, plays for the Giants, in the face on Friday. They had a dispute between them in regards to the IR rules. So it's interesting that we're talking about IR because their issue was around IR, but then Peterson, I think it was, decided to take action against Mike Trout because Mike Trout was the commissioner of said fantasy football league. And here's just a little video of them giving a Mike Trout discussing it with the media. I think it was yesterday or today.
Okay.
What was your reaction to what Tommy Pham said?
I ain't talking about fantasy football. I don't even know. It's just one of them things. It's everybody's competitive. Everybody loves fantasy football. Who doesn't? So.
Have you been caught off guard with this like a week-long story now?
I think it's you guys dragging it on. So I talked to Tommy. I talked to Jock. Everybody that was part of it. Just passionate about fantasy football. So.
You still going to resign?
What's that? Am I going to resign? I haven't made a decision. I don't know. Every commissioner I know always gets food. So. No, but it's like I said, Tommy and everybody in that was involved in that. Very passionate about fantasy football. I think a lot of people, put their hearts to it. I do too. I lost that league, so.
Did Jack break the rules? Now, you're the commissioner, so you're the last word.
I'm not answering that question.
Fantasy, anything will bring people that maybe were friends against each other. It happens. It happens a lot. So
look,
I found it. I just couldn't believe that there was a slap during practice, I guess pregame, and then he gets a 3-game suspension. Like, was that worth it? Like, let's talk to him about that. That's what I would want to know. I need to know.
Yeah, and if it was a money league, to Kente's point, that gets very intense and serious because sometimes you have the money pot and all of that. It's huge dollars on the winner, and
very much.
Yes.
Yeah. Not a whole lot going on in the NFL, but there was some news today that broke out in regards to the Madden 2023 game.
Yes.
Hall of Famer and John Madden, of course, is still
Raiders coach.
And he's going to grace the cover of his own game. So why not?
Why
Sounds
not?
perfect to me.
Long overdue. Works for me. The Legacy Edition. I'll have to download that for my Xbox.
The Legacy Edition,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
The Browns signed their tight end Njoku, who I liked when he first came out, but has been very poor playing, especially in the fantasy side of things. Maybe because the quarterback, I don't know. But they gave him a 4-year, $56 million deal, which
Okay.
I can't see too many Browns fans excited over that one, just the money wise. But hey, if he can perform with a new quarterback, then
Yeah. Yeah.
let's
And that's
get
if
it.
Deshaun,
Yeah.
and they're banking on if Deshaun Watson steps on that field and is the starting quarterback, so.
That's probably why they're not trading Baker, because they know deep down at some
Yeah.
point they're going to need a good. They got to have a backup.
Listen,
They got to have somebody.
and that's the thing. What's the mindset of Baker if he has to step out there and do? Is he going to step up and be like, "Let me prove myself," or is he going to I really don't care and just throw the season away so he can get dumped?
I don't know. That's tough.
It's going to be interesting.
And some sad news too was that I know today there was a former Dallas Cowboys running back that had passed away. 38.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I don't know.
I just
I'm not a
had
Cowboys fan, so I don't know. But
very sad. They found him
they were investigating that to figure out there was no details on his death or what may have caused his death, but they did find him only 38.
Yeah, he was suffering from mental illness too, and had some other things going on with him.
Yeah,
Marion Barber the third.
Marion Barber
is his name. He was a Chicago Bears running back as well. Yeah, very.
It's tough. Listen, if you guys need help, reach out to somebody. Reach out to a friend. Reach out to a therapist. Reach out to a counselor. Reach out to a hotline. Get help.
I mean, I know he was a running back, but I'm just wondering if the CTE or anything.
CTE. They could. I don't know. We'll see.
Who knows?
I guess they'll keep us informed on the investigation and stuff. Also, Arizona Cardinals cornerback Jeff Gladney had died in a car accident Monday morning in Dallas.
I saw that.
25 years old.
Right.
There wasn't any details in the car accident, so we can't assume it was,
And the passenger passed away along with him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Former first-round draft pick.
Right.
He went in 2020 to the Vikings, played at TCU. I mean, just all around a sad. That's just sad stories that these guys are losing their lives way too young.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, golly. Oh, man.
That's awful.
Yeah. The NHL Stanley Cup playoffs are down to the East and West finals. So I know for most of us here in Las Vegas, we are rooting with Natalie for her Rangers.
It's 6-2 right now in the third period.
Okay, good. Yeah, so tonight's game one.
Tampa Bay out.
Lightning are at the Rangers. Game one. Of course, we had Coach Gallant and Ryan Reeves, both formerly of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So we are definitely rooting for them and cheering along with them. And then you also had the Oilers and the Avalanche game last night. Avalanche went up 1-0, and they play again on Thursday.
Okay.
So coming down to the wire in both NHL and the NBA.
And the NBA. It's a long season, man. It's just been so long on both ends. I mean, basketball, this has been going on since October. October, late November. I mean,
I know they got to be like, I need a break too.
Right. It's like, it's time. But I'm so ready for game one tomorrow. I really cannot wait. It's going to be a good matchup. My mom is ready. She's psyched.
Oh, I know she is. Does she have all her gear ready to go?
Oh, she's going to have her regalia on and everything. She's got the Golden State Warriors throw. She's got it. She always puts it out on game day in her little basket, and she's like, she has a little t-shirt and her hat. She's dubbed ready. She's ready to go.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That's hilarious. Oh, that's so perfect. All right, let's get into some sneaker drops.
Let's do it.
So for all those Air Max fans, the Air Max 90, the Pro Green comes out on Friday. Yeah. I don't know about a spring fit. I'm not a big green person, but those are pretty nice. I haven't bought a pair of Air Maxes in a while either.
I love the Max 90s. I'm like any kind of Max.
I mean, I love the 90s. Yeah,
90s are my favorite. I totally would get down with that. Yeah, I like the colorway on that. That green and gray is different. I just need color in my life.
Yeah, I think, and there's like, I think it'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Yeah, I don't see those selling out. So
no, you never know these days. I mean, everything sells out these days.
That's true.
The Air Jordan 2, and then Ama. I can never say it right. Mannery. Well, the Air Jordan 2 is coming out on Saturday. This is the Sail Black Bird and Crush. I believe This is their third or fourth run at the Air Jordan 2s, or maybe it's a
Okay.
new, I feel like it's a different combination because they also have this like leather tag on it as well, which I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
see on the other colorways. So this is actually nice. I mean, if I were to have to buy a pair of 2s, I would probably pick one that maybe are a collab with something, because I feel like they just are a little bit better looking.
Mhm.
I'm just not a 2 fan. That's all.
Yeah, I have one pair of 2s. I don't even ever wear them.
Do you? I was like, I've never seen you in
retro 2
2s.
because I don't wear them. I got a lot of them I don't wear. I'm telling you, I feel like I really need to dump some of these shoes.
Oh, listen, story
Yeah.
of my life, story of my life. As I wait for 2 to come in the mail now.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that won on sneakers last weekend. I mean, I was trying, but
Man, I just wanted to get a pair of the Travis Scotts just to resell those things.
well, I wanted them. I was like, shoot, I want these.
Right.
And
I wanted the
sure enough, I
pandas. The
couldn't.
pandas release. Oh, so at the game too last night, they gave away a pair of pandas and a pair of Yeezy slides during the game because it was sneakerhead night. I was
Yeah, I'll
like,
take the pandas. I wouldn't do the slides.
thank
but
you.
I'll
I
take
would
the slides.
love the pandas.
Yeah, I would. They're coming out with
But-
a dunk, another. I think they really released.
Yeah, the
dunk high
highs. I
panda.
think
Yeah,
it's gonna
but
be
I don't
like
want
in
those.
I don't want highs. I want the lows. I already
Yeah, I want
have
the
a black
lows.
and white like dunk with the wedge in them.
Yeah, see, I don't
want
own any
the-
dunks. I just want the lows, and I want the new low tops that are coming out too. Oh, shout out to my coworker Dia, who had the cherry candy red dunks on last night at work, just shining bright at customer service. I was like, I'll take your shoes right now. I told her.
I
would love
for
'em.
the.
You're so
Yeah,
cute,
man.
cherry red. Oh,
Ugh.
girl, should be rocking.
Speaking of red, we
Oh,
got
yeah.
the Air Jordan 6, the red Oreos,
Okay.
coming out on the 4th. That's Saturday. These are nice. I like them. I'm not a big 6 fan, but I love the Oreo, of course. Red's not too bad, but I just feel like these whites are so hard to keep clean.
Yeah, I'm just done with white
Especially in
sneakers.
an
I just need colored
asphalt
sneakers.
Vegas. Like I just feel like there's so much black tar.
It's not even that.
concrete
People are not respecting
everywhere.
the sneaker space. There used to be a buffer. You know, I could go to concerts, I could go to things, and I'd have
Watch
my
my
J's
feet.
on that are like real
Mhm.
white, and everybody would kind of give me an 8 feet social distance, knowing not to step on my
The
shoes.
Tito's don't know anything about that.
They don't. They'll step on them all day. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and it kills your whole spirit. You just
Yeah.
don't want the all white ones like that.
No.
It's tough.
Speaking of all white,
Jesus.
we got the Nike Air Up Tempo, the more up tempo. This is
Yeah.
the white and navy. These come out on June 7th. Apparently, since there was such a peak in people buying up tempos, they decided to re-release them and change. I
Really?
guess there was yes.
Who are these people?
I don't know. I haven't seen them, but
God.
they're apparently out there. I just
Who is buying Air Up Tempos? I
can't.
need to know.
I cannot. Of course, these have been long awaited. I even had guys
Oh,
that
the
I know
Prestos?
talk to me about
Yeah.
they want the Hello Kitty Prestos, but you know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Hello
there's a lot of
Kitty,
people that want those. Yeah, I like them.
yeah. Well, the first time they had them out, I guess there's only like 500 pairs that were made of whatever Hello Kitty Nike it was before, and so they decided to reinvent one. So
They've
Hello
been
Kitty
waiting
Nike-
on these Prestos. We're supposed to get them, and
Yeah.
people.
Well, these are
customers-
coming out June 10th.
Finally. Finally, they
June
keep pushing the date.
10th. Yes.
Let's hope June
And
10th sticks.
somehow I missed the picture, but the Air Jordan 4 Zen Masters, that kind of like holographic-ish looking pink kind of colored one. The Zen
the
Master
Zen
comes
Masters are
out
nice.
comes out in 6 stages. I didn't realize it, but they were named after Coach Phil Jackson because
Right.
of his unique coaching style and his
Right.
holistic approach to all things. So the
Right.
Zen Master comes out on the 6th. And for all of you, those that love your clogs or your Crocs or your Yeezy, this is or that's, I cannot believe I have to even show this. I'm so appalled.
You
by
have
it.
to.
Mike has joined the clog game. These are a look at an unnamed, though they haven't been named yet. This is going to be like an Air Jordan clog. It's supposed to be released sometime in 2022. It has a removable inner elephant print sock, which I have no idea why you'd want to wear these with a sock, but hey, whatever works. So yeah.
I hate to say it, but I kind of honestly would get these.
Mo, oh my gosh.
You know why? Because
Why?
I just because the elephant insole and the fact that they just look a little more stylish to me.
A little more
as
nurse's
opposed-
shoe looking like. I mean,
don't
they all
know.
look like
Crocs aren't
nurse's
my
shoes.
best gear, but I just feel like these look a little bit more supportive. The sole looks a little more structured. It looks like I can, walk on a better type of road than clogs. I don't know. I gotta try them on and see. I just be curious to see how they.
Oh, there goes Mo. Nelly said they should be named trash because they look like trash. I just don't see myself. I feel like the inner sock thing here looks more like an aqua sock. So if you're just going to wear an aqua sock, wear an aqua sock. I don't see why you need to put your foot inside of something additional. I feel like the purpose of a Crocs are to be worn like, every day, like a slip on, like a slide. You wear a slide that has a backing. You wear them in the water. You can wear them everywhere. I don't know.
And I don't own any clogs, and I know people are crazy with clogs, and they do like these charms on them, and they make them very special and unique and all that good stuff.
Shout out to Brandy. Brandy customizes Crocs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I may want a pair one day. I've told her that. I can't. I don't know.
I want to try them on. I just want to try them on.
I'd rather have a slide. Like I'm a big slide person. Like give me.
And see, I like slides too, but I don't like slides at the pool. I don't like them socially out. But I'm very curious to see how.
What do you wear to the pool?
I wear my slides. I said I'd wear them to the pool. I don't.
Oh, I thought you said
like socially out, like going to the grocery store and stuff. Like I don't do all that. I put on sneakers because I don't want to have to run from a situation and slides. Like how are you gonna make it out? You know what I mean?
I think I don't really wear. So I have the Banassis, so they have the 2-strap like that. I don't. I've ran in these actually to chase the dogs before. Your feet don't come out of these.
Well, that's good.
So, like I get like slides because they're more of like a
they're just too loose. And the ones that I own, like the Fenties, the Gucci's, the Nike ones I have, or not the Nikes, the Adidas classic ones I have. They're like the pool and stuff.
Now I do have Crocs in a similar like style
slide
like
version,
with the 2-strap, but it has like 2 straps, so it's kind of like a sandal look, but it has like a nice arch. Of course, weather waterproof. So those I like. But I just we'll have to wait till these get released.
Comfortable or not. The sock is fine with me. I just want to see how that insole is and how it feels. If it's got cushion to it, if it's got like a sneaker kind of style bottom, I might want to rock with them. Depending on the price point. Don't get crazy now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I would hope these are more than 100.
Crazy on a price. Like, I'm gonna be like, deuces. No.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
No. And for Girl Power today, big shout out to Coco Gauff. She is advancing to her first major semifinal of the French Open.
Nice.
18 years old, hasn't lost a set yet in the French Open.
Very cool.
Yes, so she plays the singles match tomorrow against Italy's Martina Travis. She actually also is in the semifinals for the doubles and is playing with Jennifer Pegula, and their doubles match will play on Friday. So she's going to be in the semifinals for singles and doubles. So congrats to her at the young, ripe age of 18.
Nice.
Man.
Very nice. Very cool.
Must be nice. Yeah. Hey guys, that's it for today. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Checked us out. Of course, make sure to subscribe to Girl Chat Sports on all social media, as well as our YouTube channel. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be back again next Wednesday. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in, and happy Pride Month.
Yes. Happy Pride Month.
Equality. Yes. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.
All right.